Hello there, folks, and welcome to the stream. My name is Mike D'Angelo, aka that Tellest guy, and this is my lovely wife, Rhianna.
Hello.
And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today, is us. So later this week, it will be 10 years of Rhianna and I being blissfully wed, and 14 years together, so that is two itches.
Yep, the itch, for those who don't know, is they say you're supposed to have a 7-year itch. We have not been itchy. I've never once in the entirety of our relationship second guessed any of our life choices.
But you did have shingles.
I did have shingles. That was itchy.
We didn't have our own itch, but you had your own personal itch.
I do think that part of the secret to us having a healthy relationship is that I'm wildly unhealthy. So you gotta appreciate the time you have.
That is what it is. You never know when it's gonna end.
It's fleeting and precious.
I also think the key to a happy marriage is communication or lack thereof, because it's very easy to be happy when you don't pay attention. Huh?
Yeah, I am guilty of that. I'll listen, but I won't retain or really comprehend sometimes. I'll just be like, that's nice.
Amongst your lemoniness, also, you have this ability to compartmentalize your thoughts and lose them, and then every day is a happy experience for you.
That's true.
You're like, oh, this is new. No, yeah. we've done this 20 times already.
He calls me a goldfish because I do forget things very easily, but that also means, I don't hold grudges. I don't... if we have an argument, I forget it almost instantly.
It's true.
And we very rarely argue. We're weird. Mm-hmm. We're solid, but we're weird.
Solid and weird.
Solid and weird.
Like the best of turds.
Uh-huh. Well, technically, we should be starting with the 2011 picture.
Did you give me a 2011 picture?
I gave you all the ones from before. Did we not put those up?
I don't know if that one came through.
You had a whole set of them.
Oh, shoot.
You missed them?
Shoot.
That's alright. This was essentially a study in us going from very skinny to large anyway, after 14 years.
Yeah. Do you want to talk through and I can download?
No, it's okay. We can start at the wedding. So essentially we met in 2011.
I was going to have the books as our timeline.
So the way we met was a mutual friend saw a post that Michael had put on Facebook where he was looking for a artist to do the cover of his then second book.
Right, because I had done the first one by myself, and I wasn't a huge fan of what I had did. Weirdly enough, going back, I feel like it was probably really well put together. It was just it was coddled together from other pieces of art that you could find online.
Yeah.
And people like that no character cover for fantasy.
Right.
And I kind of wanted to try and see if we could do something like that for the second book. And then I posted that thing on Facebook. Nicole ended up introducing the two of us together.
Right. But she honestly said just be cautious because she gave him a warning about my art style. Now keep in mind, in 2011, I was 21 years old. I had just graduated college, and I did art that was not safe for work or school at the time.
Risque.
It was delightfully whimsical. But it was like a little cheeky warning that he had. So he reached out to me, I guess, looking to see if I had the capability for the cover that he was looking for. The art style ended up not meshing, but we did. We ended up talking for about a month before we actually met in person. And the day that we decided to meet, we were going to go to a movie. It was in October, and there was a freak snowstorm in Philadelphia.
And keep in mind, this is back in the day when
we didn't even have GPSs.
No, we did everything with MapQuest, but both of us were too lazy to print.
So yeah, we had Post-its just with directions written out. we ended up getting lost, and then it became a baby, it's cold outside situation.
Oh, Michael, you can't go home. It's too far in this terrible weather.
The weather is awful.
It is frightful, if you will.
So our first date was breakfast.
But it was a good time.
It was a very good time. I think that immediately we sort of clicked. And then it was, like, very apparent, even after the fact, that, like, we were going to just keep seeing each other. Like, I don't think it was a question even that early.
No, and we also, like, ended up doing, like, the thing where, like, you would, because you lived in Philly, I lived in the suburbs, you would come home on, like, your family still lived in Levittown.
Right.
And we ended up, like, I would pick you up from the train station and stuff like that.
I would spend the weekends. And then I think in February or so, I had quit my job, and I was like, we should. Oh, that's baby us.
That is baby
We were
us.
so little. Oh my goodness.
Yep, that's 2011. That's the year we met. That was maybe a month into our relationship.
Yeah, like our first big date was to medieval times. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I was a redhead, just the lights were kind of green, changing things. You can see the camera quality at that point as well.
Right, that was on one of our flip phones or something.
One of our flip phones, our little clamshell situations.
No.
Oh, it was primitive, but super cute.
I'm trying to see, like, I don't think the old covers are on here, but they could be. Let's see.
But anyway, I moved out of Philly. I moved in with Michael, and he asked me to move in with him in, like, the cutest way. It was more like an open invite. He bought a Keurig, and I was like, but you don't drink coffee. And he went, I know.
Yeah.
It was just a very cute little way of, like, opening up, basically. And it was, like, letting me know that I had a place there.
Yeah. The only time that I ever drank coffee was accidentally. So,
yeah, you're not a coffee drinker. That's okay.
That was absolutely for you. So Rhianna did end up making one of the covers for us. I was trying to look for it. I can't find it.
That's okay. It was a bad attempt at
well, Rhianna doesn't do
art.
Rhianna doesn't do digital art. She does like your traditional
paintings.
You did what, acrylic? Or was it
acrylic
yeah.
painting?
And it looked great. Like, it was good for what it was. Like, the first book was like sword scheme. The second book should have been like bow themed because it was following that character a little bit more.
Right.
And then the third book, it was like a warrior who used like a warhammer. So Rhianna did a really nice picture. I mean, for someone who, like, it was her first digital piece.
Yeah, I never did it.
It was pretty darn good, but it ended up being redone later anyway because we ended up meeting Leo over the internet, and he ended up remaking the first 3 book covers. So
Leo is also the one that did our wedding art for our book covers.
Maybe I'll throw D'Angelo Christmas up there if I can find it.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. So we moved into with each other by 2012.
Probably even before that too.
Well, it was definitely 2011 we met, and then that spring, so like early 2012 was when I moved in, I believe. That is us at our first fall Renaissance fair together. We dressed as pirates. Dang, we were skinny.
And if I'm not mistaken, we were at this Renaissance fair, like, we had a hotel at
Atlantic City.
Well, did we start with a hotel in Lancaster, or was that later that we did that?
I think that was later.
Okay.
I think this was the one where we went directly from here to Atlantic City.
Dressed as pirates because
pirates.
How are we to get out of our attire?
Right.
And I think that they were so tickled by the fact that we showed up dressed as pirates that they upgraded us.
Yeah, they gave us a great room. They were like, well, this is fun. I mean, I'm sure they see some weird things in Atlantic City, but that was a fun night for those people.
Yep. Also, I look really great with eyeshadow.
You do. That was
mascara?
eyeliner. I applied it. It was the first time he's well, no, you had worn it for a show. Didn't you say you were like dressed up one day for the?
I don't know if I wore that. I did wear a fishnet shirt.
Okay.
A black fishnet shirt.
I just for some reason pictured you in my mind with like the mascara.
Yeah, it could have been
not mascara.
eyeliner.
Eyeliner.
It could guyliner. The Maybelline Man.
Yeah.
It could have been. I can't remember. It's been a really long time,
Yeah.
and I think like I've only seen myself in that clip once. Like,
Right.
I found it, and then I was like, woohoo!
What was it, like The Sopranos or something?
No, that was One Life to Live.
Oh, okay.
And I found myself on there. I showed it to you, and then I immediately forgot it again. So it's probably somewhere on Facebook. But.
Right. That was a impressive mustache beard combo as well. I think that was the first time we had, like, when you were shaving that off, we had fun with different designs and stuff.
Probably because we didn't like what we had, and then
right.
Yeah. I can't remember like if Mageborn was around that time that we started, because the books, all 3 books were already done, so I think that we were starting to move into the short stories and the novellas. Let's see.
I want to say it was like 2013.
Let's see. Did we have anything to say? Maybe on Amazon it shows.
I think you were probably working on it 2012, and I think you released it 2013.
2014 it came out.
2014, wow.
But I also don't think that Mageborn was the first one. I think Son of the Storm was the first one.
Yeah.
So let's see real quick. We're going to take a hop over there.
That was the first one for me.
It's true. Let's see if we can find Son of the Storm. Because I am interested now. That also came out in 2014. In fact, that came out afterwards. I guess we were publishing it on the Tellest website and then moved it over. Yeah, interesting.
It is interesting.
Let's move to 2013.
It's that one.
This one?
Yep.
The Ring-a-Ling?
The Ring-a-Ling. 2013, the Christmas was when he proposed to me. It was very cute. I was baking cookies for the holidays, and he said, "Come here, I want to show you something real quick." And at that point, we had a computer in the bedroom, and when I came in, he had created a video for me.
There was
like a montage of like our life together.
At that point, like 3 years together.
Yep.
With a song that ended up being one of our wedding songs. And it was just, I was supposed to wait until Christmas, which was like 2 days later, and I couldn't.
You just couldn't wait.
And that has been a staple of our time together. So you've already got your present for our anniversary.
Yep. Wait, you can't wait. You're a spoiler guy, and you like when you're excited about something, you like to do it immediately.
And I was buzzing with like
excitement,
like adrenaline, because I knew that I couldn't keep that secret.
That's really cute. I love that.
And I think my mom knew, or your mom knew, or somebody knew.
My mom had to know because of the
she
ring.
gave I ended up like freaking out and like I can't wait any longer. Like it's gotta happen.
It was really, really cute. And keep in mind the video that he made, like this was again 2013, the prominence and the prevalence of like digital access to like creative things was still sort of a novelty at that point, so I was like super impressed by the video.
Back then, like trying to put that together was crazy.
Yeah. Everything was more like, it was slower. It was more primitive. It was less user friendly.
Right.
Like,
it was a lot of work putting it together.
And
so
you did a really, really cute job. I cried a lot. It was very, very cute.
Did we have Zelda yet at this point?
We did, yeah. So we had gotten her in the spring, the fall of 2013. That is the fall of 2014. She was about a year, or not even a year old at that point. No, she would have been a year old at that point. But that's at Sayin Gardens, which is where we ended up getting married. We had found the place in 2014. And made it a habit to go back every single year.
And if I'm not mistaken, she was miserable then.
Zelda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does not like the idea of walking in Jersey.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't like the idea of being out in public. We've tried to take her to. She's our oldest and our littlest, and we tried to take her to dog parks and socialize her and stuff. When we take her to dog parks, she jumps on like the picnic tables and refuses to even look at the other dogs and just stares at us like, "Pick me up, take me home. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it." She's very much a "I want to stay home with my people" kind of critter.
Yeah. I'm wearing red.
You are wearing red. You're still wearing red.
And then we had like a 2-year engagement. So 2015 was when we ended up getting hitched.
Yep, fall of 2015. That's our little wedding photo. One of them.
And there's the second one.
Yep, and that little gazebo is where we go back every single year without fail. We've gone back to Sayin Gardens, which is 15 minutes from our house. Very like easy commute. The grounds themselves, I think we fell in love with. The idea was like it belonged to a world traveler who like planted
A lot of the stuff
foliage
from-
and stuff
yeah.
from different parts of the world. It's a completely like free building, but to rent
Grounds.
free grounds,
Yeah.
but to rent the building and the space was reasonably priced, honestly.
Mhm.
But it was perfect. It was just a very like every single person that we talked to that attended the wedding who's still alive, because we had a lot of old family that is no longer with us.
Yeah.
But everyone who attended said it was like one of the best weddings they've ever been to.
Yep.
It wasn't huge, it wasn't flashy, but it was
Chill.
classy.
It was
It was
Intimate.
and it was very like us.
Mhm.
Like every part of it was just very us.
Yep. I think if it wasn't for other people, excuse me, I still got a little bit of the COVID tickle in my throat. If it wasn't for like some of the other family that was like, oh, you have to do it this way, we probably would have done it with like 20 people.
Right.
But we ended up with like 80, 90 people, something like
About
that.
80, I think. And
Sand Garden's house is not huge. So.
No, but it is beautiful. It's kind of like a old-timey Victorian-esque kind of building. We had delicious food. The one regret of the wedding day was that we didn't have more time to eat. It was really, really tasty food.
I remember testing it. I don't remember
eating it
eating
day
it
of.
day of,
Well, I
no.
remember, like, for me, I remember, like, one of the best things that they had was the pasta, and I was wearing white, and I'm a clumsy person. I can't enjoy this.
Right.
But it was just absolutely beautiful.
Because it was
and
like a
we had-
vodka rigatoni or something, right?
Yeah, it was good stuff. Or like it wasn't ziti. I think it was vodka rigatoni. But we had a lot of wonderful things at our wedding that I look back on, like, after these 10 years very fondly. My cousin ended up playing the wedding march on my dad's guitar. Like, he had a recording of it that he played. We had both of our dad's guitars, since they're no longer with us, on like a bench with like their pictures and pictures of family. That was
And as we discussed this past weekend, I had my ear fuzz from my grandmother.
yeah. So he had something going on.
I don't think, like, it's been 10 years, and I think that was the first you heard of it.
Yep.
Or it was the
I
first
just
you
I
remembered
forgot.
it.
Yeah, I probably forgot.
When I was a kid, my secure, I was kind of like Linus from the Peanuts gang, and like I would go everywhere with like a fuzzy blanket, but like I had like a nervous tick, and it was like plucking the fuzz off of the fuzzy blankets, and my grandmother was just sick and tired of me like leaving bits of fuzz everywhere, so she would just have me put it in my ears,
It's
and
really
then. And she collected it, like
That's so weird,
and
but it's adorable.
there,
that
it was like a
remembered it.
fuzz urn, and my mom like brought some of the fuzz with, so it was like, now your mom's here with you too.
That's
so.
it is cute. Though.
It's gross but cute.
It's gross but cute. Yeah, we had my cousin was our photographer, and we also had like, you know, like we had like disposable cameras, and like we encouraged everyone to take photos and share them with us.
Oh, you know what? While we're here,
We had
you keep talking.
Oh, well, all right then. We had a lot of family like help bring in like the decorations and stuff. Like it was an all hands on deck situation. And I really, like, again, 10 years later, appreciate everyone who pitched in.
And
that was our bookmark.
yes, that was our wedding favor to everybody, because it was a nice juxtaposition, a blend of the two things that brought Rhianna and I together. It was writing and it was art. So it was
And
just
the world of Tellest is what, you know, like we have, Tellest means two things to us. It's the name of the land that Michael conceived of when he was like 17 years old and created this fantasy series around. But it's also the name of the business that we've continued to grow within.
Right.
So it's also the world in which we put ourselves every Christmas as like a little cute playground where we have the opportunity to like talk to our fur babies. And
Yep. So
just
if
have
you'll
fun.
see, we didn't do anything that first year because we were, married two months before, and like it
Right.
wasn't a thing that we were thinking of at the time. But in 2016, let's go to the picture first, because that came first chronologically.
2016, that was our 1-year anniversary. Got all dressed up for it.
Did we know at this point that we were going to start doing this every year, that it was going to be part of the tradition, or was it just like a one-time thing? You're like, hey, we'll go back and
I'm not sure. I don't know that we made the decision necessarily in like one shot. I think it was I'm pretty sure we loved going back there for our 1 year, and it was like kind of like a mini renewal of the vows, and I think it just became a thing that we did. Yep. And now it's come to the point where like it's a OCD thing. Like I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it because it's been working out really well for us so far. I remember 1 year we went when it was like crowded and the parking was a issue, and I was like, no, we have to go.
Yeah, there was, and I think like we walked like other parts of it until
like it was freed up. They were having like a ceremony or something, which again, it's an open park, like people can be there and stuff, but we want our ability to, go in and smooch under the gazebo as we always have.
So then, 6 weeks later, Christmas hits,
right.
And we had, at this point, written a little bit of a story, and
that was our, instead of doing like a Christmas photo that we send out another bookmark, because the guests really loved our marriage bookmark, and we got a lot of people saying that they like use it in their libraries, their little coffee tables.
And I've gotten to the point where like I give it to all my coworkers and stuff like that. So there are some people who like at my current job, I've been there like close to 2 years or over 2 years now at this point,
right.
Who I'm pretty sure have no idea like who the bookmarks come from still. Like it's got my first name on it, but like and I guess like if you turn it over, it says the D'Angelo family and a lot of them. But yeah, like there's a lot of them who it's like, what the heck is this?
It's funny. 2016, I think, is also when we did our first Comic-Con. It was the Quantum Quest.
Quantum Quest was out that early.
Quantum Quest was out that early. We did Comic-Con 2016. That was our first time doing it, and we've definitely expanded since then.
Yeah. You figure probably one table at that point, and then
one table with only books, and then the Quantum
Quest, because we had Quantum Quest in the gaming area,
right?
And then we were selling some at the table, I think. Or no, it wasn't. We weren't even selling. We were
weren't
game
selling
testing
it. It was for the Kickstarter.
And then also, we've told the story before, but at Comic-Con that first time, we were so unprepared that we had a hotel up there because we weren't sure like what it was going to look like for us to go there, come back, any of that stuff. We ended up just giving it to Matt and his friends.
We went home.
Yeah, we went that first night. It was okay, but the second night, when it was really busy, we ended up going to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yep.
And did not speak one word to each other. Like
nope.
People that were looking at us must have been like, these two people hate each other.
And at that point, we had been together for 5 years.
Yep.
And it was just miserable. We also didn't have one of the main things that we've talked about that you need for a convention like that is cushions. Our doggies are playing.
Well, I think Luna's playing. I don't know if Zelda is.
Zelda initiated it.
Yeah.
Dweeb. Our fur family has grown since then as well. I think it was it 2017 or 2018 that we got Maisie? I think it was 2018.
2018 makes sense because if we had
Christmas of 2018.
Right, and we'll be able to tell by looking at the bookmarks too. But
right. Well, she would be in the next year's.
2018, right? No, 2019 was.
Well,
Christmas
we would have
feast.
gotten her 2018 then. 2019.
Right. We got her so late in 2018.
Right.
Yep, because it was snowing when we got her.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
She's another snow baby.
She was a snow baby.
Well, here, let's look at the picture first.
And we were actually at. I remember this. We were at the Renaissance Fair when we found out that we were going to get Maisie.
Yeah.
Like that we were approved for her because they couldn't reach us because they were using like my work phone number.
Well, we're going ahead.
Sorry.
We're a year ahead now.
Sorry.
Because 2018, like you said, is when we got her. So 2017. What was interesting in 2017?
Nothing.
I wore a leather jacket.
You did wear a leather jacket. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2017, I don't know if it was 2017 or 2018 that we did our third trip to Universal. Because I know that we did
I think it was like the first like full year that we went around, like October the
Right.
next year we went the first time.
Yeah, because we had gone. So we went when we had first met each other,
Mm-hmm.
or well, the summer of our first meeting each other, and then we went back for our honeymoon, and then we went to Universal again right around this time. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was like 2 years after, because at that time it was like every 2 years we were planning on going. We
Right.
haven't gone. We went 4 times total. The last time was the time that you hurt yourself, Halloween Horror Nights,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. But we had some other good experiences there. We got to swim with dolphins. There was another lazy river that you didn't hurt yourself in.
Right.
So, and then our bookmark was.
Mm-hmm. Little Peanut.
We didn't really mention, but Peanut has been around since before you showed up.
Yeah, Peanut was a fixture in our lives this entire time, and at this point, she was still with us. She left us a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Zelda and Peanut were our constant companions for the marriage through
Through now.
the subsequent Christmases.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and the character here, he's going to feature in an upcoming story for Christmas, and every now and then the reindeer shows up for Zelda, because Zelda in story loves that reindeer.
Yep. And at this point, Zelda was still a puppy.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, you know,
Puppy-esque.
not, but puppy-esque.
Now she's an old lady.
She's an old lady.
Let's move on to 2018.
Yep, 2018, there we is again. You can tell we're starting to look a little older around this time.
A little older, a little less pliant.
A little wider, a little grayer in the hair on my end.
Yeah, you can kind of, even though it's scruffy, you can see the walrus tusks starting to form.
But yep, that was us going back to our spot, and then, like Michael said, that's when we got our Maisie, and that's our so we got her later in the year, so she was not included in the bookmark. But this was sort of like our Nutcracker tale. I think this is the year that Wizard Joe died, and
Right,
that's when.
right, and that was why Rat, and Mouse and everything like that.
Yep, we put the. My mom had at that point dated, or a while back had dated a guy who was a biker with the nickname Mouse, and I called him Wizard Joe. But it was a homage to him. He was a fun guy.
And Pa had passed away at that point as well, so we had some references to that. This
Yeah.
was the first story that you had written
Right.
for the Christmas stories. Is it the only one that you've written so far?
So we've done like hybrids. So like one of the things that's been like a constant in our marriage is like when we go on like road trips and stuff, like normal couples would talk about like the weather, what you're gonna do on your upcoming trip. We played what if. So we would talk about like a character or situation and go, well, what if we did this? What if we did this? And then kind of let our imaginations find like the merging point where it's like our visions align essentially. So we've done that with stories as well. Like I'll do a rough outline, give it to you to polish and write.
This one I think almost unequivocally you had written, because I think I was still hurting from Pa.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really write it.
Yeah.
I think I had a really hard time with the one when Peanut died.
Yeah. I remember, we were...
Yeah, you did like nice references to my Pa and everything, because there was like a duck or something carved bird or something like that in here.
Right.
But
Cute.
2019.
2019, we was babies. These were the pre-pandemic years.
This is
This
the last
is the last
pre-pandemic.
This is the last of
This
the
there
good
was
times.
still hope
essentially.
somehow.
Yeah, there was hope in 2019. I remember.
You can absolutely see some of these grays coming in.
Mine too. The red is lighter, and you can see the tinsel forming.
It's funny. And then we, of course, Maisie got an upgrade.
Maisie got an upgrade. She
was the star of the show.
Absolutely. So that was a fun story, a Christmas feast. So we had like giants.
And why was it a Christmas feast?
Because Maisie ate everything.
Yeah, Maisie had a voracious appetite.
She did. As a puppy, she ate literally, like, all of our furniture. She would eat anything that she got her little teeth on.
And at this point, she had already eaten the safety pin.
Yeah, which was, like, $2,800 or some crap.
I think it was $22.
Remove. Yeah, it was a lot of money.
But the joke was we spent like so much money on Zelda because she was a boutique dog,
right.
And then
Maisie
was supposed to be our free rescue.
Ended up being a lot of money.
Yep, she's the most expensive. Zelda is the second most expensive, and I think at this point Luna has more than paid for herself. So
absolutely, yep, she's our little TikTok.
So, this was a cute story. She ends up, like, eating this little amulet, which ends up giving her super strength and speed.
Mm-hmm. She, I don't want to cry, because this is about us, not our animals. But Peanut and Maisie had such a cute relationship. Like, we had gotten Maisie as more of, like, a companion for Zelda, and Maisie was more of a cat than a dog, and still is to this day.
Yep.
So Peanut is, like, we say that Peanut raised her, and she does like the little paw licks. She just sits in the window. Like, she's definitely a cat. She's
quieter, except for there's so many things that, like, she learned she was a dog about later. Like, she didn't know she had hackles until Luna came along.
Right.
Peanut used to sit on Maisie. Like, Maisie used to hide under blankets, and Peanut used to sit on top of her, either knowing or not knowing.
Right.
But yeah, it was they were very close. So let's go to 2020.
And this was the beginning of the end times. We look a little more tired here. At this point, it was the fall of 2020, so we had been like 6 months or so into the shutdown.
We said this is a little less chin and a little more neck.
I mean, same. This was the start of the world falling apart, but we were, and I continue to be so grateful that, like, even though the outside world sucks, like, I don't have, some people have, like, homes that they don't feel comfortable in and they try to escape from. Like, home is my happy place, and that's because of you, so love you.
It's really sad. Like, I work in an industry now where, like, you can tell, like, how bad that was for people.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of kids who, like, school was a refuge.
Right.
And not having that, like, really did stink. Like, there's a lot of people that, I feel bad for the kids, but there was a lot of parents who were like, I need these kids out of my face. Like, and that was a lot sadder than...
Right, and it just like, it disrupted so many lives, and it's so weird that, like, it's just this thing that we all like a collective trauma that we all experience, but no one wants to acknowledge or reflect on or dwell on. Like, they want to just, we should have been doing things this whole time to prevent that ever happening again, but, like, everyone's just like, nah, just forget it, we're just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
Weird.
We treated our bookmark that year and our story as an escape room.
Exactly, and I think this was around the time where we got really into escape rooms, like the puzzles and stuff, because what else are you gonna do during a pandemic except do puzzles and try and, like, keep your brain occupied? So we envisioned a situation where it was like our house was an escape room, and we had to figure out how to get out of it, essentially.
Yep. Yeah, it was like a clone of our house that we ended up trapped inside.
Right. I remember specifically asking Leo to make my butt less visibly large.
And I should mention, these pajamas that we're wearing are almost one-to-one, like, actual pajamas that we had. So that was kind of cute.
Yep.
Moving on to 2021.
2021, I think 2021 is when I started doing my sculpting. I wasn't yet into the Weird Witch wands.
You were doing the Gem Belly Dragons,
but I was doing the Gem Belly Dragons. I was, like, reawakening, like, the art part of it, because, again, stuck in pandemic. What are we gonna do? You can tell. This is when the fat started happening.
No, I think 2020 was when more fat was there, and because, like, nobody knew what to do about COVID. It was like, if I go outside, in general, am I going to get it?
Right.
You know, like...
We all covered our big fat faces with our masks. No one could tell.
A lot of people called me the sourdough starter.
Oh, no.
That's not true, but I thought it was funny to say.
It is funny.
So 2021, we ended up in our stories. We ended up bringing back something that we introduced in like the second. I guess it was the first story, right? Like you ended up getting like a book or something, and you were like, I know what
Right.
Santa's origin is, because
Right.
in our Tellestified version of Christmas, Santa is
Nordic.
Yeah, he's the god Balder, and he ended up in Tellest after he was shot with the mistletoe arrow, because they were worried that Loki was going to kill him.
Right. The Tellest holiday stories are essentially like a mishmash of different traditions, but it all happens in like the high fantasy sense. So it's
A sizable difference.
Huh? I mean, I think the spirit of the stop it. I think the spirit of the picture was supposed to be like, we're battling through things were difficult at that point.
Yeah.
Like things were extremely difficult. So we were in like a constant battle state. You know what I mean? Like fighting with our mental health, fighting with the world.
I just wanted to bring back the Nordic thing and have him do
Just
battle
have a
with
lightning
Loki.
thing.
We
I
knew
like
for a
that
long
too.
time that we were going to do that. And by the way, we also have like something that we do on the back of the bookmarks as well.
Little cutesy
Yeah.
things for
Let-
the.
Leo was like a frequent, like, he would do the front of the bookmarks, and we would have like whatever new artist we
Right.
brought to the team do that.
Leo
So,
rightfully got way more popular than like our small potatoes
Yeah.
stuff.
one of the big things that he's most notably known for recently is he was the one who did the "You Shall Not Pass" card for the Magic the Gathering Lord of
Yeah.
the Rings spinoff.
Yeah, he's a famous person at this point, and
Yeah.
that's and it makes the dedication to the 10 years that we've had his art like a little more special. Pudgy.
Walrus ties.
This we old, but we love each other.
Mhm.
Like I think that's the one. Like you can tell throughout these. Like we don't go there out of obligation. We go there because we love each other and we're
Mhm.
excited to, experience it again.
Last time we did an escape room right after, right?
Mhm.
Do you want to do that again this year?
Sure, that would be fun. I mean, if that place is still there, didn't they say they were moving?
Yeah, but I think like right across the street.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Well, new rooms to try.
There you go.
I think 2022
Was Luna.
was Luna. Yep. So we
Where the
got.
heck are you?
And that was when Luna arrived. That's when I started like taking the wand business a little more seriously. I had already like done a few of them at that point, but her arrival in that like spring after she was done with like her aggressively tiny puppy stage was
Mhm.
when I started really turning it into like a business.
Yeah, because we would have got her the same way that we got Maisie. Like we had her for the Viking episode,
Right.
And I think like we ended up getting her like in the story at the end.
As our Christmas present.
Mhm.
Like the I think we described it as like the box started moving or something, and Peanut went, "Oh, not again, not another one."
Right. So, because at this point, like it had to have been a full year because
Right.
again, she's huge here.
Right. She was supposed to be tiny. She was supposed to be our itty bitty little rescue. We thought she was only going to get up to like 30 pounds. That's kind of like how she was presented. She is probably a good 60 pounds at this point. She towers over the other dogs, but she is our baby.
Yeah,
Like she
she's-
is the babyest baby of all.
Are you the babyest baby, Luna?
She is.
Are you the babyest baby?
Yes, you are.
She is a bundle of love.
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
The other dogs do have their boundaries. They have their like, please don't smother me. I'm little. Like, if I come to you, then it's okay. But this one, if we're not up her butt like 24/7, she gets so upset.
Yep. And
She's
if we
a
show,
Velcro dog.
if we show either of the other person attention, she gets very jealous. And unlike a pit, which she is, she doesn't have like one person. Like everybody,
Right.
she's got so much love that she doesn't know what to do with it, and she loves everybody.
It's true. And like when we do things like you know, try and get her to be, like, jealous of a situation, or, like, we'll hug each other. It's not that she wants one of our attention, she needs to be in on the group hug. Like, she's like, why are you hugging each other without me?
Yep. We currently are
very cute.
Smothering her because we called her over and we opened the floodgate.
Like, my time to shine.
Yes, she did.
That was our adventure in space.
Space dragons in space.
2023. This was our first Renaissance Fair.
Oh, this is when we've ended,
yep.
Yeah.
So that was shortly after our first event where we were actually vendors at the Bucks County Renaissance Fair. We had done that in, like, Labor Day weekend.
No, that would have had to have been 2024.
No, it was 2023.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because it was 2024 that we did the first one. We haven't done it 3 times, we only done it twice.
No, this is 2020. Whoa, wait.
COVID has messed with Rhianna's concept of time. So 2023
right.
we had not done any of these fairs yet. But I think 2023 was the first time that we came back to doing live events because COVID had stopped us from doing so many of these things. And we decided after that, like, we had our shots and everything like that, we're just going to risk it at this point. Like, we're going to go back and we're going to do, like, a fan expo, and we're going to just, if we get sick, we get sick.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, at these big events, we have not gotten sick. Right? Like,
knock on all the woods. That is plywood. This was the year we lost Peanut, though. 2023. Right?
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lost her on your birthday. Yeah.
It stung extra bad. Like, it would have been horrible no matter what, but it was just that extra bit of sting.
Yeah, we had a Clockwork Kitty stand-in for Peanut that was kind of, like, meant to be, like, in the story, our way of processing our grief.
Right.
And that was a very hard story to write.
Yeah, we were crying a lot.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest, like... So, as you can see by, like, the journey that we've taken, we don't have human children. We have fur babies, and losing her sucked. I will say that she was probably between 20...
I think she was between 21 and 23.
Between 21 and 23 years old, so she lived a very long, very loved life, but it didn't suck any less for us to try and get through.
So, in our last episode, I think it was, we talked about the music, because we were doing, like, the music program, and I ended up making a Tales of Tellest, which is the entity that encompaces our fur babies.
Tails.
Yeah. And I ended up making a song about them, and it was, raise a mug for the hounds. But I made a special version for Peanut that, like, was still making you cry.
Absolutely.
It doesn't...
I can't even talk about her without, like, a lump in my throat, and, like, we got 3 more at some point in our futures, and, like, it's gonna suck no matter what.
Yeah. I love Peanut, like, with all my heart. Like, you still have a couple years before you get to the point where you've been with me as long as I had her.
Right.
She was my longest constant because I had moved houses, I had changed cars, I had changed people.
Right.
She was with me for 18 years before she passed away.
Yeah.
So you still got another half an inch.
I got a few more years before I rank this high.
At this point, the house has been with me the longest. So house, you good. But yeah, it was. I feel very blessed to have had the relationship with that kitty that I did, because she and I were not, like, eye to eye in the very beginning, and it became a very blissful relationship.
She was a very good kitty.
Yeah.
The Clockwork cat here was not, like, a replacement of Peanut. It was, like, a reminder of Peanut.
It was therapy.
It was therapeutic. Like, we didn't want to have, like a specific relationship with the cat. It was more of a guide, like, leading us to... This was inspired by, like, the Land of Misfit Toys. All of our Christmas stories have sort of a, like, classic
and you can
Christmas
see
tale.
we got a little bit of references from the Rudolph story, because you got Zelda with the red nose, you've got Maisie with the pink polka dots, and you've got Luna with the whatever that, like, Shakespearean frill
like
thing is.
Frill thing.
Yep. So, let's go
and you were Yukon Cornelius, and I was
Hermie. And that's the most recent Say in Gardens picture
Yep.
that we have.
That was our last year. That was right after our event.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very excited to go back there at the end of this week.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I'm gonna cry. It's just so beautiful that like we get to do that every year with each other. It's not like a, it's not like one big like vow renewal party. It really is just like a little reset to like.
It's an us thing.
Yeah.
We are very bad at enjoying other people's rituals and traditions, but we are very good at creating our own.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what makes it special. Because like if you as a couple can have like lean into the like cringy stupid stuff, you know what I mean? Like if you guys have, I don't know who I'm talking to right now, listeners, if you have a relationship with somebody and you have your own vocabulary, you have your own situations, your own looks, your own gestures that only you two understand, it is a part of bonding. Like it's a part of like us versus the world kind of thing. Like I never feel like you're not in my corner in any aspect of life. Like we even have little like, so if we're out in public and we're like among other people, we'll do like a soft little pinch on the arm as like a, it means I love you. Yeah. Like we know it does. No one else does.
Right. It's a quiet I love you so that you don't have to like interrupt anybody else saying anything. We do it in like the movies and stuff like that.
Exactly. It's just like a little like, hey, I'm here. I'm with you. I love you. Mm-hmm. Like it's very cute. Yep. We are disgusting.
It's true.
We really are gross, like in the amount of
love that we have for each other.
Sugariness.
I do not have the bookmark up for 2024 because I never finished that story.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it. It's a Krampus carol, and we went to Yule for the first time in 2024, the Yuletide celebration at the.
And we had already known at that point that we were going to make a Krampus carol.
Right, and it's a. I mean, we never did a Christmas Carol of all the years that we've done. Yeah. Like the
story,
holiday themes.
She's just going to town on that foot.
Yeah, she is. One wonderful thing about Luna is she does her own nails. Like, I've never had to take her to, like, a groomer. I've never had to, like, clip her nails. I just file them sometimes. No. And, like, we asked the vet if it was a nervous thing, and she was like, this is the least nervous, like, anxious dog I've ever seen in my entire life. She just enjoys chewing on her feet.
Yep. Conversely, Maisie has nails that, like, will curl. Like, you ever see, like, those rams that have, like, the horns that curve, like, back into their head? Like, that's Maisie and her feet, so like, we need to make sure that we get her toes before they curl too far.
And it's a whole thing. Like, she will
and she used to be so good about it. Like, she used to be so chill. I think that what happened was Luna, again, needs, like, so much attention that if somebody else gets attention, she needs to be part of it, and it made Maisie nervous.
Maybe. I mean, she just does not like her feet did, which is not uncommon for animals. Zelda just lays down and accepts her fate. Yep. Like, she doesn't really care. We can hear her.
Speaking of me, I'm here.
So yeah, in 2025 we'll be celebrating our 10 years together.
Mm-hmm. Well, 14 years together, 10 years married.
10 years married. It's the tin anniversary, and he got me a tin rose. Mm-hmm. And it's tin for 10 years.
10 years old.
10 years.
Yeah. So, and then Twine is the 20th, you said? 20?
20. We're just making stuff up at this point. Yeah, I think that it's an accomplishment to have spent a decade married to the love of your life. Mm-hmm.
The key is not to have real children.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, the world that we live in, it's almost impossible to afford, like, even 2 people. I don't know how people with kids are doing it.
Well, and we have a fun experience right now because we bounced from, relatively high-paying jobs to, like, a job that had good benefits as opposed to salary.
With the debt of people who had high-paying jobs, so
right.
It's not a great situation.
People who played a little bit more excessively and didn't get that figured out before they moved on.
But that is, like, money problems everyone has money problems. Like, the one thing I'm so grateful for is we don't have relationship problems.
We're in each other's corner.
We're in each other's corner. We're very supportive of each other's, like, creative endeavors. I get excited when he finds something new, like the music and stuff. Like, it's a new fun thing to play with and create things in the world. We have brain babies instead of, like, regular babies. And it's just, like I know, like, if I bring you something that I made, you're not going to be like, what are you wasting your time for?
No.
Like, you're going to be like, this is cool.
Do more.
Do more. Make it a series.
Right. I'm a big fan of sequels. All right, I think what we'll do is we went 50 minutes today, which is kind of long for us. We're going to go to our show closing page, and Rhianna's going to do it because my voice stinks.
Oh, crap. So, try and do this how you do it. So, folks, on the screen, you're going to see all the places that you can find all the stuff that Michael and I do in the world of Tellest and subsequent things. Tellest.com is sort of the hub where you'll find everything. You can also go to Tellest.com/vendor to have like a more concise guide of like where you can find all of our stuff. Patreon.com/Tellest is where you can support us with money. Give money now.
That's where we have the maps and a lot of art, and we also just put up the music on Patreon. Maps
and music, and you get like previews of stuff, and that's good. And also support money. Give. YouTube is where you can find these. YouTube.com/World of Tellest is where you can find these videos after it gets kicked off of the Twitch platform. Drive-Through RPG is where you can find the maps that Michael makes, the D&D battle maps.
Yep, that's like an a la carte style, so you can get them for...
You can purchase them. Yeah. Battlemapfantasy.com. I can't see, I'm like squinting over you. Twitch.tv/thattellest guy is where you're at currently.
Maybe, unless they're listening to it later.
Exactly. Yeah, that part. Yep. So
you're
watch
adorable.
The maps and whatnot. Etsy is where you can Etsy. Nope. Tellest.
This is a bonus episode.
Listen, Tellest.etsy.com is where you can find our maps, and you can also find my handmade magic wands. I'm better at wand making than I am at speaking to the internet. I gotta lean over you.
Boobs!
That's also why we have a good marriage. TikTok.com/Tales of Tellest with TAILS is where you can find our poochies, all the doggies that we talked about and such. You can see their videos. Luna is the star of the show for sure. She talks and has lots of tantrums, and some of her videos have millions of views at this point. I think 13.2 million one is up to. TikTok.com/@WeirdWitchWands is where you'll find my wands. I make announcements and behind-the-scenes videos of when you can expect new wands. And that YouTube... Oh, that's so tiny.
YouTube.com/@That'sEntertainmentGames.
Yeah, that one. You can find his... It's new. You can find videos that Michael makes of, like, retro gaming.
Yep, retro gaming top 10s.
Yeah.
We have, like, 10 videos up, and I've got them scheduled out through the first week of January.
Yeah. Don't make me do this again. I don't like it.
I don't like doing it ever.
I don't like it. I'm not good at that.
All right, well, that is going to wrap us up. I will be back tomorrow doing maps, but we will be back on Monday of next week. Will we?
Yeah,
Monday of next week?
We're going to the zoo. But we'll be back by the end of the day.
Sounds good. I wasn't sure if we had anything else going on, but yeah, we'll be back next week. But until then, we'll miss you.